If you have a system where when you get a little more power, you can use that power to gain advantage and get more power, you get resources and other scarce things. I mean, attention is a scarce resource, kind of sucked more and more toward a smaller and smaller few. Unless you have mechanisms to sort of stop that, recognize when one group is getting too powerful and sort of sucking up resources. And I think part of the problem here is it's not just resources, it's not just like status that's getting sucked up through what Peter Turchin calls the money pump, but it's like the ability to write the rules of the game so that the economics and governance and knowledge system rules, those increasingly get handled by a smaller and smaller few. And then if you add on top of that the digital age, it just speeds all of this process up.
Well, the parallel in my work is that in hunter-gatherer times, there was no way to accumulate advantage. You could have higher status than others, but then agriculture created hierarchy, then fossil fuels created energy surplus, which created an accordion effect of the power law distribution of wealth. Then fractional reserve banking and fiat currencies and digital claims on reality exponentially increased it. And now AI is going to exponentially increase it again. So can you talk more about Peter Turchin's work? How do you think that's relevant here on the concentration of wealth and advantage?
Yeah. Well, Peter Turchin, he's a cyclical view of history person, and he's looking at data to figure out when will these moments of revolution or these moments of violence that sort of overturn the existing order, what predicts those historically? And he finds the top two are elite overproduction and mass immiseration.
Mass what?
Mass immiseration, I think is what he calls it.
Like misery for more and more people.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Like sort of increasing poverty, well, historically it's the lower heights of people, which meant that they weren't getting as much nutrition and all of that. And when you have frustration in the population that's growing because of their economic situation, the frustrated elites who want the elite positions but don't get them can recognize the injustice, and they can kind of use the frustration of the masses to marry the power that those aspiring elites may have. They have access to more avenues to change things. And when you combine that with the energy of a frustrated populace, that's a recipe for some sort of major change in the system.